Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing good. Finally, the PSW, the post-study work visa, has been confirmed by the UK government. I think this is the news which I was personally awaiting because I started my course in 2018 and I'll be graduating in 2022, and I was personally waiting for this graduate scheme to launch, and especially for the students who were looking forward to this scheme and they were a bit uncertain that is it going to be finally implemented or not. Now they can be reassured that finally the post-study work visa has been confirmed by the UK government, and this is what I want to talk and explore a bit more into this video. And I want to give you the bits and pieces which are really important points as briefed by the UK government. Before I start, I really want to apologize that I don't have my tripod video with me because I've just forgotten at my work location, and moreover I'm like on a 7-day leave, so I can't return to work. So I'm planning to buy a new tripod from the Amazon, but sorry if you find a video a bit shaky or if you're not getting the full view of the background, but I'll try my best to explain the things to the highest level possible. So the very first thing, when is this graduate scheme actually going to be launched? So the applications are starting from 1st of July onwards. Now what does this exactly means? Now let's say if someone started their course in September 2020 and their course will be finishing in September 2021, and might be the visa is usually like more than 2 months. Now these are the people who will be eligible to get this graduate scheme and they can apply for to stay in the UK. Now let's say if we are graduating before 1st of July, it is like my opinion, I don't think so the people will be eligible to get this graduate scheme or get this post-study work visa. So it is like after 1st of July the applications are getting started. Now let's say now once you've got this graduate scheme, what all benefits are you going to get? The benefits are you'll be getting a 2 years of additional stay right here in UK, and if you're doing a PhD and you've successfully completed your PhD, then you will be having a 3 year of extra stay in UK to look for some work. Now who all are eligible to get this graduate scheme? Anyone who has started their undergraduate degree and they have successfully completed their undergraduate degree and any study above that level, they all are eligible to get this graduate scheme of the post-study work visa. So for example, me, I'm doing an undergraduate course in chemistry. It's like a 5-year course, and I'm eligible for it, so that's a good news for me. And I think people who are watching this video, I think you guys are planning to come in September 2021 or May of 2021. I believe this scheme will be continued to run during that time period as well, and the reason for that is because I was reading the full kind of the official UK government guideline. The ambition set by UK government is that they want to bring about 600,000 international students in UK by 2030. So whatever the current rate is, they want to take it as high as 600,000 by 2030. And given that, so this is a thing which they have clearly mentioned in this full one pager or the full one proposal for this particular scheme. So you can completely think in your brain, or you can put your hypothesis or your opinion that this graduate scheme will at least run for 2 to 3 years. I think it will be more than that, unless if they've completed the 600,000 target before that. So I mean, I think you can be quite optimistic that people who are even coming in September 2021, definitely I think you guys will be really eligible to get this graduate scheme or this post-study work visa. So these were the two things which I covered. First is the starting date of the application, 1st of July. Secondly, who all are eligible? Anyone who successfully completed undergraduate degree or above that, they all are eligible. And now let's talk about what all things can you actually do on this graduate scheme. So the very first thing, the good thing is that this is completely unsponsored. For example, now the actual condition what happens in UK is, let's say it was my course and this graduate scheme wasn't there. So basically I will be finishing my course in 2020, like in some October or something like that. So once I'm finished with this course, I don't have any option to stay in UK. If I have to stay in UK, I have to look for a work visa, and in order to get that work visa, I need to get a sponsored job. And the benefit of this graduate scheme which comes in is that you don't need anyone sponsoring you to stay in UK. So you don't need a sponsorship from the university for your studies. You do not need the sponsorship from any work company that you can stay in UK. This is completely unsponsored, and this is a great advantage. With the unsponsorship, the thing which comes in is that you can look for any kind of work. Now my recommendation in this case will be that do not go to the down level. By down level I mean the thing which I want to point out is that, let's say if you've completed a degree in chemistry, what my recommendation is that please start looking for the job as you would have normally done it. Just keep it as a backup plan that you are getting 2 more additional years, but do not waste that 2 additional years in doing like a restaurant job, the field which you haven't studied actually in your university. So that's the point which I want to put in, that just still take it as a normal thing, that if you still look for a sponsored job, even like once this graduate scheme is over, now after 2 years you have to do something, right? So after 2 years as well, you'll be start looking for a sponsorship job. So my recommendation is just go with the flow. Once you're starting the master's, start your application still as you would have normally done, and if you get the sponsorship, that's the excellent thing. If you do not get the thing, you still have got this post-study work visa available for 2 years. And I think the other advantage is that people who come from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, I would say any country, I would say like mostly the middle class people or even the high middle class people, usually the students come by taking loans or taking some or borrowing some money from their relatives. And I think it is a bit kind of tough to pay your loans, especially when you're doing the masters. Just for 1 year you are here. So for masters it's like you have to study as well, and if you start thinking about paying your fees, then you have to do the part-time job, and might be somewhere down the line your studies are getting compromised and you've got a burden of educational loan too. But with this graduate scheme, the benefit is that you'll be getting this additional 2 years, and during your masters you can completely focus on your studies. You don't have to focus on your educational loan, because you've got a backup that you have anyways. You've got the 2 years, and you can look for a job perfectly, and you can start doing that job and you can pay your educational loan. I think there is some train coming over there just on my back. It's very scary. It's very scary. Oh shit, very scary. I really hate it. Actually, there was like one train just coming from this side and it was just going to that side, and it was really scary for me. It was my first time experience. I'm shooting in this location. I mean, just doing for you guys. So this was all I had to talk about the graduate scheme. But the another very important clause or the important point when they briefed about this full scheme is that even they're giving a high power to the what they call is like the fast growing startup companies. Like there's some term known to it, I'll be putting over here. So that's the term which they call them. So these companies can also now sponsor the students, or like who has got the necessary skills or the talent, and in this case as well, don't need a sponsorship from them. All you need is just a job offer, and after that you can just go on to a work visa or something. So I mean, like again, the UK government is giving a lot of priority to the startups as well. And if you've got some aspiration to start doing entrepreneurship or something like that, I mean, there are completely different routes of coming in UK which are really encouraging, and you can settle really well in UK. But for that you need a initial investment. You need an initial bit of money to get started with it. But I mean, I think it's more of an effect of Brexit as well, because with the Brexit, I mean, the EU people will be going back to their own countries, and with the help of this graduate schemes attracting international students, somewhere down the line they are generating a revenue for the universities, revenue for the UK government. And I mean, we are kind of helping them out, and at the same time they're giving us back by allowing us to stay extra in UK and just look for a job and have a nice life. And I mean, whatever your reasons are for coming from India to UK, that could be fulfilled, whether it's like lifestyle, whatever it is. Everyone has got different opinions. So I mean, so I think this news is very encouraging. And I mean, people are going to Canada these days, so I mean, UK will be one of the most attractive destination back again. There's one more training coming. Train. A long one, a very big train, right? So and they are like kind of moving in very high speed. It's very scary when it's just it's like standing on this bridge if you have a look on it. So I mean, this is my first and last time shooting over here. So I mean, like, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, make sure to like the video, comment what all videos you would like to watch next, and I'll buy a tripod for sure, and subscribe the channel for regular updates. Thanks for watching and taking your time. Have a nice and lovely day. Thank you very much.